Are you afraid to handle dough but you want to make some pretzels? Then you happened upon the right video, because I'm going to show you how to make some homemade pretzels. You're watching the Bare Pantry Show. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. So full disclosure, I've made this recipe at least 4 times since I've been recording this video. And I want to show you guys that you can also make some little dinner rolls out of the dough. But because the dough uses very little sugar, the stuff will go bad pretty quickly on you. See? It's been sitting there for a while. I guess people forgot that I had this one left over. But this pretzel, I'm telling you, you can put anything you want to put on top. But let me shut up and get right into it. So the ingredients, these are the ingredients. I'm going to flash it right here for you. See? Very few ingredients. And you put all the dry stuff in the bowl. And then we're going to start by activating the yeast. And let's go. Let me show you guys first of all that this right here is not fully activated, while this one is perfect. All right, so I put the water too hot for this one, so it didn't come out good. So you throw it away and you start again. All right, that's the only way that you're gonna get good bread and good dough. So I have all the dry ingredients, and I'm just pouring the yeast mixture in. It's pretty simple. Just kind of play around in it, for lack of a better word. Just move your hand and your fingers around in it so that the dough can form. You don't need a bread maker or the kneading machine and all that stuff, okay? So at some point, it's gonna get annoying in the bowl and you're gonna wanna dump it on to the countertop. Let me get my ring off. And it's a really sticky dough. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands. This is my little trick that I do, okay? I wash my hands and I dry them, so when I come back, it's easier to handle the dough, okay? So I just have to go ahead and knead this. I love messing with dough. I've told you guys that time and time again that I love messing with dough. I used to love playing with Play-Doh too. When I was a kid growing up in Belize, we used to play shop a lot, and it was with the dirt that's in the yard, and we would use like a sieve from the window, and we would sift the dirt, and we would have flour, sugar. We were silly kids, huh? Okay, so now I'm making it into a big dough ball, put it right back in the same bowl that I kneaded it up in. I didn't even clean the bowl. Cover it up with a clean dish towel. Then this is not an hour, this is like 40 minutes later. So normally it's anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour when it comes to letting dough rise the first time, okay? So, flour the countertop because it's still very sticky. And this batch is only gonna make 8, but I did not put this in my small batch book. Let me pause right here and play my commercial for my book, guys. Don't know how to cook or need an idea on what to cook? Are you sick and tired of complicated recipes that never seem to come out right? Are you fed up with cookbooks that use expensive or unique ingredients and never offer easily accessible substitutions? Then you might want to check out my collection of cookbooks. Beans and Rice Volume 2 is the updated version of my first cookbook. It's loaded with 130 authentic Belizean recipes. It even has everyday substitutions for the unique spices. The recipes are easy to follow, budget-friendly, sinfully delicious, and guaranteed to come out perfect each time. My second cookbook, The Pantry Laid Bare, is a collection of everyday recipes that are sure to please a crowd. Make dishes from different cultures, easy muffins, cookies and cakes, vegetarian dishes, and many assortment of homemade bread. Make better than restaurant quality dishes at home. Has the pandemic left you needing to curtail and make smaller batches of food? Then my latest cookbook, No More Leftovers, is the perfect book for you. I've downsized many of the recipes from my first and second book, and I've added a bunch of brand new recipes to the collection. Make 1 loaf of bread, small batches of cookies, dinners for 2, and many mini desserts. Get your copies of any of my books today only at www.barepantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.barepantryshow.com.
Down at the Bare Pantry Show.
So it's not everything that made it into my small batch book, okay? So this we're gonna cut into 8. I have the recipe for pretzels in my second book, The Pantry Laid Bare, and you get 16 because it's double this. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it like fractions. Okay. Cut this one. Let me speed it up. So I have 8 pieces, and they're even, thereabouts. And you want to roll them between your fingers. Set some water to boil. Light the oven now to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, you're gonna have to move fast. I would suggest that you get somebody to come help you. So roll this into a long rope about 30 inches long, and then make it into a horseshoe. Take the tail end and plait it twice, or twist it twice. You can twist it more than twice if you want to. And then put the tips up on the top, and here you go. First pretzel ready. Now when you set it aside, set some flour down on the counter because it's gonna stick and it's gonna give you a lot of trouble to pick up, okay? So let me show you again. Twist it up. And look, see? So I'm moving fast because the minute I set them on the counter, they're starting to swell, okay? So here we go. Joe's over my shoulder with the camera now. Twist it, put it up. Not too hard, right? See, set down some flour. And I have this last one because we are getting 8. I'm measuring to show you guys. See, about 29, 30 inches long. If you make it shorter, you won't be able to like twist it like this. Twist it again. And then let the tail ends go up towards the top. Flip it over so that it can set down on the tail ends, okay? So it won't come apart. So now I'll put some baking soda. This is about 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And then start boiling. And they're gonna boil on one side and then flip it to the other side, like a minute or two. You're gonna see it swell up. Then just use some type of a fish spatula or some type of flat spatula with slats on it to go ahead and take it out. I flip it and put the egg wash on the bottom first. A lot of people don't do this, but this is my little trick. And then I put it on the top, egg wash, and it's 1 egg with a little bit of water, like a tablespoon of water. Brush it on the top, and then I'm putting some Parmesan cheese because I can have that cheese even though I'm lactose intolerant. That's one of the cheeses I can have. And I'm putting some garlic with salt, regular sea salt, and set this aside on parchment, okay? Oh, look, it was gonna boil over, so just put something in there to calm it down or use a bigger pot. Don't do what I did. So they're all in there now. We're gonna set it for 20 minutes, but you really need 30 minutes. But at 20 minutes, I'm gonna come back and switch the bottom shelf one for the top shelf so that the tops can become brown. Now let's go ahead and taste. These are the 4 that has the garlic on it. I don't know why I stopped liking garlic, because when I was younger I used to like garlic bread and stuff like that. So anyways, I'm gonna taste the one that's regular. Make sure you put something on top. You know it's gonna be very bland. The cheese, salt, something, some kind of spice. You can make a blend. We need a dip, mustard or something. This is good though. Okay. Don't be afraid to try it. You saw how we did the horseshoe, right? We did a horseshoe thing and we just kind of twist it, put it up, and it's ready. It's not hard to twist, okay? So come back and tell me if you tried it and how it came out. You know what? I would tell you, get somebody to help you. Like when you're twisting them, have somebody over there boiling. Okay? If you're not used to doing bread and stuff like that, this goes so fast after you the dough ball. The dough ball, I couldn't think about it. The dough ball is formed. After you start cutting it up, it goes very fast. So if I were you, I would get somebody to help. Okay? Then when you're used to it, then you can do that. Then you can do it by yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Remember, guys, we are not buying this book. Because if you do, the only people that are making money from that book are my ex-distributor and Amazon. Pick up this book instead. This is my Belizean cookbook. It has 120 authentic Belizean dishes that I've done on the show already, but now you can have it in print so you can follow along and your dishes will come out perfect each time. Hot off the presses, this is my second cookbook, guys. It's called The Pantry Laid Bare, and I named it that because I laid everything on the line when I picked the recipes for this book, all right? 111 delicious dishes from basic ingredients. To purchase, just check below on any of my videos and you'll see the different methods of payment and also the shipping. Thanks, guys.
Won't you come and try this warm delight? This is the Bare Pantry Show.